we are recording.
Okay. Hi guys. I am Sally. I am a 12K leader and yeah, I have like a bunch of notes here. So let's hope this all works out and I don't lose my train of thought like 5 million times because that is normally what I do. But basically what I wanted to talk about tonight is fear of man and fear of failure. Um both of these things are things that are very strong in my like personal mindset, just from the way I've grown up, things that my parents instilled in me, without even really intending to, I don't think, but just like mindset things that have shaped the way that I deal with everything. And a lot of this is fear of man for one. Like what are people gonna say? What do people think? What are they like talking about me? Are they like gossiping? Like I don't know. I grew up in a very close-knit community and everyone knew everyone, everyone's talking about everyone, that type of thing. So that brings a lot of the fear of man for me. And fear of failure. I have noticed a pattern in myself in the last, I don't know, I would say 5 years maybe, that I am a huge procrastinator. So, in other words, I know what I need to do. I know the things I need to do. I know the steps I need to take. I know the goals I have. I know the dreams I have. I know what I need to do to get to where I want to be, but I don't do it. I and I've always just said, "Oh, I'm a procrastinator, whatever, it's fine." But I let's see if I can find um see, listen, this is what it looks like. Like I can't even find where the notes that I want. Um okay, so avoiding failure by quote unquote not really trying is a lie. So by you saying like it's something I tend to tell myself, okay, so if I don't really try that hard, I'm not going to fail because I won't have given it my all, so I won't actually have failed because I didn't put everything I have into it. So it's like a way for me to protect myself from failing because I don't actually put all of my effort into it. So I won't actually have failed. Um but at the same time, like I don't really want to grow old and be like, no, I could have made it. I could have. I knew what I needed to do. I had what it took, but I just didn't do it because I didn't want to fail. And I think like that's so often where I like prevent myself from failing, and even where I procrastinate because I will tell myself, oh, if I don't put in that much effort, then I probably won't get hurt, or I probably won't have to go through that really hard thing, or just like this Zoom thing here. Like, I didn't really want to do it. But at the same time, I knew that by doing it, I would grow and I would open my mind and I would accomplish things and I would break down Satan's hold on those negative things in my mind. But I didn't really want to do it. And I think that's so often where I like get so caught up in my own mind and stuff like that is, you know yeah, just like I said, if I don't put everything I have into it, I'll save myself. I'll save myself from that hurt or that disappointment or that person leaving me or that hard thing that I might have to go through, or I don't know. I just found it very, very interesting as I was like looking into some of this stuff more and even realizing things about myself. Like for one, like where does your failure originate from? Like whoever told you that you're going to fail? Like, is it things that you were told as a child? You know, were you humiliated? Were you undermined? Like, it really took me looking like deep inside myself and like where does that fear actually come from, and why do I believe it? Like, why do I believe that I can't do this, or that I shouldn't do this, or why do I trust that person? Like, who are those people in your mind that every time you post or every time you talk about something a little controversial, who are those people in your mind that you automatically are like, what are they going to think of this? What are they going to say about this? But why do you believe them? Are they good people? Are they strong Christians? Like, do they have the same faith as you? Like, what kind of power do they have over your life and your thoughts? And it just, yeah, I mean, we know mindset is everything. If you've been a part of this team for any given amount of time, you know that we preach mindset. But why? Like, why? And where are the lies in your mind actually coming from? Like, you can say, I need to change my mindset, but until you actually look into your own, like, lies, until you actually pick them apart, where did they come from? Why do you give them value? Like, why do you give them anything? Why are you trusting that they're true when you know that they're not? I just didn't make sense there, I don't think. But I don't know if any of that makes sense, but it really kind of just like blew my mind when I started digging deeper into some of the things that I believed about myself and where they came from, why I gave them value. And another thing that I realized about myself is that starting new things is addicting. It's exciting, but the finishing those things suck. So like starting new things, or like starting this business and all of that, it's kind of exciting. It kind of gives you a little bit of an adrenaline rush, like, ooh, like, where could this take me, yada yada. But I have, like, my brain works so fast, like I have like 10 other things that sound exciting to me too, not necessarily business wise, but whenever I sit down, I'm like, okay, I need to, like, prioritize this business right now because I have a little bit of free time. Then my brain's also like, oh, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? And let's go work out. And like, what about that YouTube video someone was talking about? And like, we need to prioritize finishing things over starting things. Because after all, like, when you finish something, that's when the thing becomes a thing, isn't it? Like, when you finish a journey or a trip or something, that's when it became something. When you like finish a project, say for one, like when you finish a book, that book's not a book unless it's finished. And just like your daily to-do list with this business, IPAs, stuff like that, they're not actually finished unless you finish them. Or like they're not actually a list or an accomplishment unless it's done. And I think like my fear of failure and the adrenaline rush I get out of starting new things, like that combination is not a good combination for business success. But I'm committed to this, and I'm committed to working through it and figuring out where my beliefs of like what I can and cannot do, where they come from. Because I know that they've been there before this, But still, when I joined this, a part of me knew that I could do it. So like I want to challenge myself to believe that part of me, and to believe the truths that I've discovered, and to not give the part of me that always tells myself lies any more value or any more space in my brain or in my health or anything. Like, yeah. And to always remember, like, you are always going to be judged by people who are jealous, but you will never be judged by people who have been where you are. Like, you will never be judged by people who have gone through what you go through, or who have grown through what you're growing through, or who have seen success where you are working. Like, you're never going to be judged by those people. So I like want to always challenge myself, like, who am I giving space to? Who am I giving like, who am I allowing to speak into my life? Like, is it people that wish they could do this, or think they can't do this, or all of that kind of stuff? Or is it people that have done this and know what it takes, and know the growth it takes, and know what you need to go through? Because those are the people that are actually going to be able to pour into me and have wisdom for me, and encouragement, and practical tips that I can use. I think my husband just came home. So. Sorry, little man was sleeping. So another thing that I want to say, and I know we're probably told this a lot, but if you truly look at yourself a year ago, like really, really look at yourself, not your physical body, but your thoughts, your thought process, your mental health, your what you think of yourself. If you truly like dig down and look at yourself, you're not the same person. We're constantly growing, we're constantly changing, all of that. And if the only way to grow positively and grow forward is if you allow yourself to. Like, it can work both ways. You either allow yourself to think negatively of yourself, or you allow yourself to think positively. I think I'm pronouncing everything right. But you have to, you make that choice. Like, you make that little choice in your mind. Like, what am I going to think of myself? What am I going to allow myself to think of? Like, can I do this? Can I not? Am I going to procrastinate about that thing that I need to do? Am I going to just go and do it? Like, you make that choice. Like, subconsciously, you make that choice. And if we knew how to overcome all the things that like we have to work through, we would have already done it. Like, if we knew how to go through all the crap we need to go through, we would have already done it. We don't know how. But that's where like courage comes through. That's like, yes, the Bible tells us over and over, like, do not fear. But at the same time, we have to remember that the only way to like walk in courage is to go towards the very thing that we're afraid of. Like, we're never going to work through all the things that we tell ourselves we can't do, or all the things that scare us, or all the things that limit us, if we don't just do it. All of those are easier said than done, but it's so true. And even for myself, to tell myself the lies. Like the procrastination is because I have a fear of failure. And because I am scared of success. Yes, I actually am. Like I'm scared of failure, but I'm also scared of success because success, you know, I know all of the difficulties and the testing and the I know all of the things that come with success as well. And because of that, like I think there's this fine little like spot you need to place yourself in where you're not scared of failing, but you're still aware of, I'm not sure how to word everything, but basically like success is not going to be easy, but you're not allowed to let it control you. You're not allowed to let that fear of what could happen or what you could possibly go through keep you from trying, because like it's just like everything else. Okay, parenthood, as like you're pregnant and you know what you possibly might have to go through. Okay, one thing with, you know, first up is labor, and then you have motherhood, and you have toddlers, and you have you know, school age children, and then you have teenagers and all of that. And each stage, you know that there's going to be difficulties, but you choose in your mind to do it anyway because you also know all of the amazing things that are going to come with it. And I feel like that's just how this business is. You have to look at it and know that it's not always going to be easy, but you know that if you choose to work through those hard times and you choose to let those hard times teach you something for the next time, you will have so many good moments, and you will have so much joy and so many things that you grew through in your mind, and just personal growth. And then you know the success, the money side of it is never a bad thing. But it all comes down to starting in your mind. And yeah, I think that's about all we have. I tend to get a little all over the place, and I never know if my stuff makes sense, but I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I don't even know, yeah, this wasn't very long, but that's okay. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Happy Monday, and love you guys so much. Bye.